Hey people, interested here, 3v3 Valhalla Oilfield blue team. Jadow is a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of stormtroopers. Really strong defense and support can also add to the retinue. Alongside, Sith Lord-BLEA is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. And rounding off this team is Mamba with a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero who walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support. Begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. I shall call you Hector. Oh, this is the Behemoth scheme Ultramar tendril, which is where you get his little glowy red bits, which is quite fun. Look at that. Red team is Chadam with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. The Iron Warriors elite scheme here. Alongside, Golden Eagle just hanging out with a Force Commander, very good offense, fighting in melee, some powerful disruption and support. The Imperial Fists, this is the DLC version. Rounding off the teams is North Star with a Farseer, support hero, fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control. Looks like she's got herself into trouble here though, the Farseer. Has to flee. Golden Eagle's a little bit slow to join the fight, but gets in there, immediately kills a Guardian. Banshee's also forced off, but this seems like it's going to be too much for Golden Eagle to deal with. Needs to be careful not to get those Marines in trouble. Termagant's going to rip through scouts early on too. Termagant's moving in, so they are going for the scouts. The Termagant's moving up. Boom, look at that spike of damage from that Termagant burst. A single model loss, okay. Here comes the Hive Tyrant. You can tie up Marines all day in those first engagements. A good Destructor and a good special too. Destructor into special and all of these free retreat melee attacks now. Very lucky only to lose a single model of those Marines. The Force Commander is now up against it, trying to fight a whole bunch of Termagants and... Whoa! Why did another Marine die over here? Weird, really weird. Force Commander runs. Dawn of Bugs. West side, contested VP here, so Valhalla Oilfield, a rarely played map, a map that I quite like, made by Max Power many years ago now. Whenever I try to get people to play this, someone always says that it's too bright and they don't want to play it. Not sure what's up with that, doesn't seem too bright to me. Maybe their monitors calibrated differently, or they just have the brightness in-game turned up or something. But I think it's pretty cool. Have the contested VP west side, as I said, and north and south gives you the natural victory points. East side is a resource lane, and North Star is back out onto the field, and they're back out onto the field bashing power here. They might get a full bash. The Guardians have their battle equipment as well. Here comes Mamba, Hector and his Tyranid buddies to try and stop this. Hormagaunts need to be careful of grenades. 2-1 cap very early on for the red team. There's one grenade, there's two. Some decent hits. They need to fleet away, and they did not fleet away afterwards. Got all the gens, and now they're chopping up retreating Hormagaunts. Somehow didn't drop another model there. That's amazing. Here comes a warrior brood for Mamba, a melee squad, or a melee brood I guess, with power melee weapons. It can also leap into combat and knock you over, act as a detector as well. West side, here comes Chadam, looking for a power bash. Got double CSM and Havocs. Golden Eagle with double Tactical Marines and Devastators. Kind of getting held up in the middle here by Sith Lord-BLEA's Guardian Weapon team. BLEA is, I think it's part of a tree or something. I'm not sure if that's what they're going for. I imagine not. Jadow's got some Catachans. And now it's the Force Commander going down? No, not quite. I think it was quite lucky with how the Banshees got knocked over there. Got blue team are on the power on the eastern side now. And a little bit sloppy play there from North Star, just letting the Guardians be run up on and running them away. Golden Eagle needs to support the east side or push the middle or something. They've lost their VP too. Meanwhile, a full power bash from Chadam. Nicely done. The Lord General fighting in ranged combat. Sorry, melee combat with those Havoc to tie them up. Pretty good at that. He's even got a special attack, I believe. Catachans. Oh, they should have been meleeing those Marines on retreat. And again, Boom bolts flying in. Misplay here from Jadow. Heretic should also have been finished. They should be shooting them. They would have finished them off, I think. Why are you shooting the Sorcerer? Some misplays here and there from Jadow. Maybe could have got some more kills. Maybe a wipe on those heretics. They should get the VP back. East side still kicking off. Got some grenades going in. We got some dead Banshees over there. Those are North Star's Banshees, right? Yeah, there they are running away. Can the red team get another bash on this east side? How did this fare? Looks like we're getting one repurchase there, so at least one generator was bashed. Here's Golden Eagle now through the mid. Maybe they can get onto some of these VPs in the mid, because look at this. Sith Lord-BLEA capping their natural VP, and they're being held up bashing this node. This is not a good use of your time, especially with the Devastators just kind of sitting there. This is North Star bashing the power. Does have the Guardian weapon team for cover. Mamba, though, going for a Ravener Brood, which can counter that thing with a Burrow Strike. Jadow got the VP, got a decap on that wreck point too. Here comes Chadam. No upgrades for the Heretics. We do have Eternal War for both of the CSM, though. That's 20% more damage in melee and ranged combat. The Force Commander gets messed up. Warlock also has to leave. Did get this decap, and they're putting pressure on. 2-1 against those Tactical Marines with battle equipment. It's not a good fight for them. Having to back away. Grenades. Not doing much. Warrior Brood getting onto the Guardian weapon team. Sometimes players, especially Eldar players, can get a little bit, can distract themselves a little bit, looking for those grenade throws. We saw it there, the Warrior Brood able to get in on the Shuriken. Shouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think. I think they were looking for the grenade throws. Golden Eagle still kind of sitting in the mid. Devastator is doing nothing. West side, a triple cap for the blue team. Sentinel gets the stomp. Did he just kill that fellow with a stomp? That's pretty rare to see. I think the stomp does like 30 damage or something. Maybe it was changed at some point. Jadow pushes Chadam off completely and now gets onto the power, also capping that wreck point. Chadam does have suppression from the Havocs, but we do not see Carapace armor. We see Flakjacket instead, just reducing damage taken rather than Carapace giving suppression immunity. Although this also does give you knockback immunity, which is quite fun. Artillery spotters up there. Sith Lord and Mamba going tier 2. All of the red team going tier 2 as well, actually. Jadow's going to be the last player to go. Spent some power on the ground pound. Also spent it on Catechins and spotters and the flak jacket. Did not get a flamer up for power bashes, though. Farseer retreating a little bit quickly, I think. Shuriken needs to be very careful here because Raveners are right there to Burrow Strike. There it is. I don't think the grenade hit, did it? Warrior Brood are missing a model. Synapse creatures, when they die, explode, knocking back and damaging non-synapse creatures. So it's a good idea typically to try and target those guys. The Hive Tyrant himself, of course, is a synapse creature. Power Bash here should be a clean, full Power Bash as well, with all of this stuff here. The map looking very blue at the moment. We have a multi-laser turret up, but not for long. This stuff will be suppressed, but it's going to take less damage because of the flak jacket. Devastator's over here too. Red team trying to double the west side now. Catechins off to the side being very annoying. It's a good stomp as well from Jadow. Havoc's getting very low, but they're staying in play. Can they get the Sentinel? They might be able to. Needs a move. Down it goes. Was very close to getting away, but couldn't quite manage it. And they should be able to sweep through and get the power, but they're completely losing the mid here. The Warlock, no war gear. Looking for some flanking action maybe. And meanwhile, the rest of the Eldar stuff and the Tyranids pushing that east side against poor North Star. Mamba, as a Tyrant guard, might have called it in from the global bar. Wasn't paying attention. A Chimera from Jadow and a Falcon from Sith Lord. And look at this, Golden Eagle with a Dreadnought on the field. It's quite a long map, so it could get itself into trouble. Might want to get the assault cannon on that guy. But the melee state will be great against the melee Tyranids and the Banshees and stuff. Some Tzeentchian worship there infiltrating this stuff. They did not go for a power bash, which, I mean, might be smart. They're trying to stabilize the west side rather than overextending and being forced off again. I think it's worth leaving the Havocs back and taking your more mobile units up, the Heretics and the double CSM, and then just backing off at the first sign of trouble. Might be able to get one generator perhaps. Banshees here with the aspect of strength. Gives them that heavy melee spear on the X-Arc there. Here's your Falcon. Decent firepower for a transport, can reinforce and ferry units around. Here's the Dreadnought, it's still got its melee weapons out. North Star with Wraithguard. Don't have their Spirit Seer Warlock, look how slow they are. But they pack a punch. And we have this Singing Spear for the Farseer. Also the Spirit Stones. Golden Eagle just kind of blundering into that fight without a plan. Where's the rest of their stuff? They're backing away from the fight. I don't think they don't want to mess with the current guard, I think. Farseer gets in with her Banshees somehow. Really forcing off the other Banshees too. Grenades. It's a decent grenade. Uh-oh, down goes that Shuriken Cannon. Farseer runs. Did the Banshees get away? Oh, they're still chopping stuff up in the back lines. North Star did have a rough fight there though, and Golden Eagle again seems to join the fight a little bit late. I mean, they're trying to preserve stuff, but they've got to get in there too. They've got to contest areas of the map, you know. The Dreadnought is quite low. Wraithguard getting burrow striked and tied up. Wraithguard very vulnerable to melee. In fact, the Raveners didn't tie them up, they just shot them at point blank range. Couldn't knock them over, so the burrow strike was kind of pointless. He used to have scouts. Yes, Golden Eagle does have scouts. He can repair the Dreadnought. And another Dreadnought on the way. Stormtroopers here for Jadow. Chadam has a Chaos Dreadnought. 436 to 165. Massive VP lead for the blue team. There's a Emperor's Fist. Warrior Brood now have their Adrenal Glands, so melee synapse for non-synapse melee units such as the Hormagaunts. Big bonuses for those guys. This is not looking good at all for the red team. Chadam is going to retake the west, I think, but they're just going to lose both the naturals and get their power pinned. Farseer's level 2. More scouts for Golden Eagle to help support the Dreadnoughts, I suppose. The Force Commander's down here. The Farseer could run in and revive with a Spiritual Rites, but maybe they want the XP instead. Got a Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant. Bad news for the Dreadnoughts. And the Wraithguard. They need protection from this. Banshees were not in play. Should have been a little bit more patient, just a few seconds longer. Banshees could have been here to at least run in and war shout. That would have set up some attacks, and the Banshee's just going to die here. Really sloppy from North Star. West side. 428 to 141. That fella died pretty hard. That was one of the Havoc models, I think. We have Meltagun Lord General here. 418 to 141. 2 to 1 for the red team. And they're on the natural here, North Star's Farseer. Gone tier 3. Can they recover? I mean, Chadam and Golden Eagle do have decent armies. North Star is very depleted right now, though. We have a Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Dreadnought here. We do have anti-armor Stormtroopers to go after it, though. And, of course, the Melta Lord General. Double Dreadnoughts, both in melee. Can they put some pain on the blue team here? Turn and engage the Banshees, maybe, guys? Maybe. They're going after the Guardians. There's an Emperor's Fist, a pretty good one, too. The Falcon's getting shots in. The Tyrant Guard now getting attacks. And so is the Hive Tyrant's Venom Cannon. Wraithguard now joining the fight. I think one of the Dreadnoughts is done for. One of the Dreadnoughts goes down. We do have a Bright Lance here for Sith Lord-BLEA too. Can they get the Hive Tyrant? They can. It's a good push from the red team. Golden Eagle getting in there for once. Bright Lance is on that Dreadnought. Needs to be so careful. Need to tie it up or something. Or just get out of the firing arc. There we go. It's going after the Tyrant Guard here. Falcon's getting shots. There's double repairs. The Guardians could also be helping to repair here. Are they doing it? I don't think they are. They're just shooting. That was a fun push. Wraithguard just gave up after a while. They're level 2 now. Uh-oh. Catachan's on those Devastators. The Force Commander's back to his feet. Has got a Sacred Standard. So constant damage buffs around him for his allies. And Chadam has the west side too. Just busted up a webway gate. Havocs with the Mark of Khorne gives them a very painful autocannon. They're going for a power bash. Might get flanked though by a bunch of Imperial Guard. Plasma guns all around for the Guardsmen. Oh, here's the Farseer. Not sure what she's trying to do. Needs to run away. Found some Guardsmen. Figured she'd have a poke at them. Wraithguard needs to unleash their volley. There we go. Webway is going to be taken care of again, I imagine. Probably. There we go. Tactical Marines with the Sergeant. Again, a little bit sloppy there. Could have backed off, stayed in play. Seen some kind of sloppy retreats from the red team. Again, maybe could have backed off there to try and preserve their stuff, to try and preserve their position on that east side. Big old retreat from Jadow. Maybe they got suppressed by the Frenzied Assault. Frenzied Barrage? What is it called? Frenzied Barrage. Because the Dreadnought is low on energy, I think he used Frenzied Barrage, suppressed them all, and had to retreat out. Getting their power decapped by Havocs of all things. CSM decapping the Wreck Point too. We have some Tzeentchian worship. Catachans will spot them if they get close enough. Some infiltrated stormtroopers. Dreadnought is far back, which is good. They did get the decap. They didn't quite get the decap on the Wreck Point. So the Havocs retreated, everything else in play. And they've got more Havocs back here. Again, with the Mark of Khorne. Golden Eagle stabilizing on his natural VP. Getting some repairs. That Dreadnought did well. Level 2. Basically because there was 2 of them. If there was only one of them, would have been dealt with. Tier 3 for Golden Eagle. Northstar has a Seer Council on the field. These guys should do some heavy lifting for the red team here. Just a squad of Warlocks that leap into combat with some power weapons, providing a range damage reduction aura, 15%, that they themselves benefit from. It's that blue aura you see around their feet. Got some good range on it too. Will help with those team fights. Blue team hanging out in the mid. Well, at least Sith Lord is. Where's Mamba? In the southeast. The Hive Tyrant's back to his feet, kicking off on the west side. Melter Bomb and Melter Guns on the Dreadnought here. Those auto cannons are painful. Looks like we saw our Dark Flames in there too. That's all that fire. The Sorcerer now with the Rod of Warp Fire and Icon of Tzeentch. Looks like Golden Eagle could try to support the west side. Nope. Oh, here comes some sneaky Eldar through the mid. And a Carnifex is up for Mamba. And they're on the natural VP. The red team needs to turn around and deal with this. It might be worth sending one of your scouts to decap here. But I might want to keep them both around for the Dreadnought. Oh, they've only got one left. Fair enough. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex. Gonna be bad news for that Dreadnought. Dreadnought getting attacks in. Needs to use the Emperor's Fist. There it is. Knocked back and stun. Seer Council in there. Chopping up Termagants. Need to be careful of friendly fire. They should be going after the Warrior Brood, I think. Those Termagants are done for. Down goes the Dreadnought. Golden Eagle should be looking for Assault Terminators now, I think. Uh-oh, Wraithguard forced to retreat from the Warrior Brood. Really surprised that the Seer Council did not go for the Warriors. That is such a good fight for them. Here we go. Now they found him. Current formation, but all the Warriors dropped. Look at that. Mamba got wrecked in that fight, down to a Carnifex. The Seer Council did superbly well. And the Wraith Guard got some good volleys in. We have a Terminator Force Commander from Golden Eagle going for Lightning Claws. I think we should have kept the Sacred Standard and got some Assault Terminators. Chadam pushing the west side. Might get flanked. Uh-oh, it was a Leman Russ from Jadow with a Vanquisher Cannon. Is really bad news for the Dreadnought, but it's going to be under pressure. Double auto cannons and the Marco Zinch Dreadnought on it. I think maybe they can get it here. With the auto cannons, they can. The Dreadnought did go down, but that is a big victory for Chadam. Big victory. Judged it well, kept those guys in play. Red team on blue team's natural VP now. It's all turned around. Sith Lord does have an avatar though. It's not stuck, is it? And looks like Mamba used without number to get some upgraded time against some Hormagaunts. And got a Venom Brood as well. Still has that Carnifex, of course. Blue team having to get their natural back. It's a triple cap for red. Big turnaround here. Chadam with double CSM and double Havocs. Retains the west side though. Jadow couldn't get back out there quickly enough to grab it. Maybe they can now. They're moving. So is Chadam though. You can see on the minimap there. Wraith Guard just bashing these capillary towers from the Tyranno formation. And here is the Lightning Claw Terminator Force Commander. Bad news for all of the infantry on the blue team. Bad news actually for the Avatar as well. The Avatar's got super heavy infantry armor, so very vulnerable to plasma and melter and power weapons. Farseer's out in front. Does have the armor of the Asuryan. Gets the special. I don't know why she's so far out ahead of her army. That was a misplay, I think. Maybe she just got excited and used her fleet of foot. Eldritch. Avatar in amongst the Wraith Guard that have to run away. The Falcon now has its tier 3 energy field. Golden Eagle backs off to defend the VP. We have another Leman Russ for Jadow. Here comes a Chaos Predator for Chadam. Usually trying to fight Imperial Guard tanks with your own tanks is a bad idea, but they do have the double Havocs as well. Can Golden Eagle defend here? You don't want to go after the Falcon with your Lightning Claws, buddy. Oh, hey, Assault Terminators. There we go. Those guys should go after the Falcon. And those are the guys that are turning around. Target priorities have been odd for Golden Eagle here. The heavy melee Terminators should have been going after this Falcon, but instead it's the power melee Force Commander going after it. I mean, did some decent damage there, but if those Assault Terminators stayed there, they would have taken it down so fast. And the Terminator Force Commander falls. These guys are not getting their Lightning Claws. Avatar using the Wrath of Cain. It's a Fire Prism there for North Star, getting some shots in. As are the Tactical Marines. So the Warlock and the Terminator Force Commander both down here. We have a Devastator Las Cannon. Should have moved up and tried to get shots in. These guys going for their Lightning Claws. See, accounts will be running. Gonna take a hit though. They died before the hit went in. West side turns red, 160 to 103. Here comes some Catrican from Jadow. Can they get the Avatar? I think they're going to get him. One more hit should do it. Boom. And now they should teleport away, probably. Going after the Hive Tyrant. Taking so much damage, though. Gotta teleport away, fellas. They're going to die. In goes the Orbital. Did they already use their teleport? They must have. They must have already used their teleport. That is a sore loss for Golden Eagle. Uh-oh. Devastator last cannon's going to go down, I think. That was a D cannon fighting it there. It does survive. Barely. We have a Markov Zinch Predator tank. I mean, if you want to kill an enemy tank, this is what you go for. Can maybe teleport it around as well. More Carnifex for Mamba. This time, the Thornback. Wraithguard are in a bad area. Just overcommitted there. The Hive Tyrant did go down. Is that all? Yep, all 3 blue heroes are down. And the Terminator Force Commander's back to his feet. Thanks to the Sorcerer. Level 5 Sorcerer. Being pretty solid here, Chadam. 105 to 103. Very, very close. In fact, there it is. Evened up. 103 apiece. Leman Russ is quite low. A sneaky Chaos Predator trying to get in here. Smack. Uh oh. Those are Kashyyykin with melter guns, though. Yeah, needs to back the hell off here. Autocannon sets up in this central plinth type area, or central-ish. 87 to 103. An avatar for North Star now. Another Dreadnought for Golden Eagle. Down goes the tank. Seer Council have found some termagants. Easy fight for them. Ouch. Thornback wrecking some chaos stuff on retreat there. Needs to get out of here, I think, Chadam. West side is turned blue now. Have the blue team turned the corner. Havoc's in big trouble. Ouch. Ethereal slash from the Warlock. Did some serious work there. I hear an Eldritch. And there's an Imperial Abyss too. That was North Star's Eldritch, I assume. That was, of course, Chadam's Imperial Abyss. Looks like it messed up Jadow quite a lot. The tank survived, though, or is it? Back here. Carnifex very low. This is the Thornback, which did a lot of work. But the Fire Prism gets it. Look at the range. Only got like 70 range or something crazy, the Fire Prism, I think. 75 to 97. More Havocs for Chadam. They have done quite well for him. It's working, keep doing it. Here comes the Terminator Force Commander. Going after some Guardians now. Poor Guardians. Should be going after this Venom Brew. It's a juicy target for Lightning Claws. The Las Cannon devs are going to die. Banshee's on them. Eventually. There we go. Banshee's here, level 3. 58 to 97. Banshees then flee. Terminator Force Commander still on those Guardians. Gets rid of them. Eventually. Can he finish them off? Very nearly. 49 to 97. West side is turning red again. But they do have a D cannon over here though, thanks to Sith Lord. The tank is here too. Needs some repairs really badly. Jadow does have some guardsmen out here to try and get those repairs going. We have triple Havocs. One Markov Zinch now. The others with the autocannons. That was the Kashyyykin trying to get a decat. But they met a lot of pain. We have double Markov Zinch Chaos Space Marines, level 4 and level 3. Double cap here for red. Have they done enough? Golden Eagle's down to 2 units. Just the Terminator Force Commander and some Tactical Marines, and they did do enough. I can't believe the red team won that. But it was very back and forth. What a topsy-turvy game. Jadow's Lord General was level 3. Level 6 Warlock, a level 5 Hive Tyrant with improved Synapse and Bioplasma at the end. Level 6 Sorcerer had that Terminator Force Commander and a level 6 Farseer. It was a fun one, not the highest level game ever, but it was an awesome back and forth on a rarely seen but very good, I think, map. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.